What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shantae Thompson, and if you're new here, welcome. Happy holidays. I hope y'all had a great Christmas and New Year's. So today's video is going to be about MEPS. For anyone that's joining and have any questions, like what happens there, what not to do there, what to bring if you're just nervous, this video is perfect for you. I am getting ready to go somewhere, so in the meantime I will be touching up on my makeup, so just bear with me. So quick story time, right? When I was going to MEPS, it was like back in the day. When I say back in the day, I mean like 2021. And so when I went to MEPS, it was like different for me. And this is how it all went down. So my recruiter gave me my date of when I'm gonna go in to take the ASVAB. However, before that, I was at home and I did everything online because around that time it was COVID and we couldn't go in the office as much. We always had to be masked up and everything. I remember I did my test, my ASVAB test online. She sent me the link and everything, and I did my test and I passed with like flying colors. She told me when you go in, you don't have to take the test again. All you have to do is let them know that you took the test already, and that would already be, they would just like print something out saying, yeah, you're good. You don't have to take the test. So I was excited, you know what I'm saying? Like, you at home taking the test and not at MEPS itself. That's like a blessing. Child, please. Anyways, so the day of my MEPS, I showed up to the Holiday Inn. Was it a holiday? Yeah, it's a Holiday Inn. Mind you, I'm from Miami, Florida. So they sent me to a specific location for the Holiday Inn. For that specific time going to MEPS, if you have a vehicle, you can drive. So I drove there when she told me to go there, get there, checked in, got my room. The reason why they do give you a hotel room is because there's so much different people coming in from like different locations, and MEPS want everyone there like on time at a certain time. So it's best for everyone to come together at one hotel, and then the buses take you there like to MEPS early in the morning. I think we got up around like 3:30 for phone, like morning call, wake up call, whatever they call it. We ate breakfast and then we sat around the lounge and waited until the bus came. The bus arrived. When the bus brought us there, like, it's like real people that are in the Navy that are actually, or not the Navy only, but Navy, Air Force, Marines. It was kind of cool seeing everyone in their uniform and everything. And yes, they were strict. Not as strict as boot camp, but they were definitely given like, stand a straight line, hurry the fuck up, all that stuff, right? Doing the most. So don't be alarmed if they're like screaming at you. Just do what they say and listen. So early in the morning, they formed us up and they had us in alphabetical order with our names and all that stuff. And they separated us too for who wanted to go to the Navy, for Air Force, Marines, Army, all that stuff. They did separate us. So yeah, eventually when you get inside, everything is in a single file line. You can't like get up, don't be talking, none of that stuff. Like, we talked a little bit, but you can't be talking too loud or too like obvious, like, yeah, you chilling. Hold on, I don't know what's going on with my camera. It keeps starting and stopping, and I don't know, it's acting kind of funky right now. So yeah, everything is in order, and the first day of MEPS, like, is test day. Like, everybody's there to take the ASVAB test. If you don't already know, big tip, you should be studying right now. If you're not studying, just saying. I mean, if you already know you got it out the bat, then that's fine. Some people already took their ASVAB in high school. It's like different ways to take it. However, when you go to MEPS, that's the day you're supposed to be taking the ASVAB test. So I don't want to do too much makeup. I already have makeup on early this morning, so I'm just touching up. But yeah, you're gonna retake the test, or no, you're gonna actually take the ASVAB test when you get there. So that test took forever. I think it's like, I don't remember how long it lasted, but if you don't know the answer, just go back to it, because if you stay 5-6 minutes trying to circle on one question, girl or child, it's gonna add up. Anyways, I showed up and I was telling the lady, like, hey, I already did the test. My recruiter said I don't have to do it, you know, because I'm not really prepared to be. I had the expectation that when I got there, I would just let them know I did the test already, and whatever score I got at home, that's the score they will rock with. So they also said, like, who took the test already, come over here. And then I'm like getting excited or whatever. The lady came back and she was like, actually, you guys have to retake the test today because it's not showing in our system. Our system is down. Really? So I was like mad tight and I was not prepared. If I were you, I know it works for some people, but if you already took it at home and your recruiter said you're good when you go to ASVAB, when you go to MEPS, I would recommend still studying. Go there prepared, because they be playing us for real. So I was stressing the same day. I couldn't leave and go prepared. The same day they said, yep, you gotta take the test again. And I took it again, and everything that I studied for was not on that test. Basic knowledge, cool, yeah. And certain little things I got right. A lot I struggled on, because I was like, what in the hell are you talking about? I was just study child, because that was the first point in my Navy career. I didn't even sign in yet, but that was the first point where I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. I feel like they played me. I feel like they were lying. And I feel like my recruiter lied too, but it's all good. I'm here now anyways. So as I was saying, after the test and stuff, they give you time to eat. They have food for you and everything. I took the test and they brought me into an office, and immediately they showed me my score, like, hey, this is what you scored, da 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 da. And then I remember they asked me, do I want to retake it? Because the score was really low, because I was, oh my gosh. Anyways, they asked me if I want to retake it or something, and I told them, yeah, I want to retake it. That day was so weird, but I was one of the only few that got sent back to the hotel, and I had to show up back on day 2. So I had to go with a whole new set of people and do the whole process again, waking up early, breakfast, buses taking us there. The whole lineup, already knew what to expect. When I went back the second time, I was able to pick the job or whatever. So they brought me in the office and was like, okay, so this is your score. These are the jobs that are available, all that stuff. They didn't have the job that I wanted. And also a lot of jobs were just not available. So he was saying, like, I remember the guy, he was there, he said that I don't have to choose a job. It's preferred, but I don't have to choose a job then and there. So I got sent back home, and I just had to wait and do the wait game. I think I waited for like a week or 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks. 2 weeks before my recruiter called me at home and told me, hey, we have this job available for you, da 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 da, would you like it? I did my research on it. I actually liked it. Well, Summer Tech, right? And I chose it. I was like, yeah, I want it. I'll take that one. Yeah, that was my experience at MEPS. They did took my blood. It was like an all-day evolution. They took my blood for, like, I think they tested for HIV. They took a drug test, like a P test. And for females, I also know that they check for like a pregnancy test with the urinal or urinalysis. What else they did? You know, height and weight. If you don't meet the certain requirement that they require, you will get like disqualified or you get sent back. Any like diseases, like law problem, like law violations, stuff like that. It's a lot of stuff that they go through. I would make sure I have my driver's license or driver's license permit, birth certificate with you. Also bring your passport if you have to. Just bring any form of ID that you have, because I remember them asking me for 2 forms of ID, and I gave them my permit or my driver's license. They need your social security card. Your recruiter should tell you everything that you need to bring, but I'm just letting y'all know. You don't really need any money because food is there. They give you lunch and stuff like that, chips. Whenever you're not being seen or talked to, you're in a waiting area, like a lounge, just sitting. There's TV on and you just like watching all that stuff. That was my MEPS experience. I had to go there 2 times, unfortunately. Also, whenever it's time for you to, like after your DEP program, right? Because after I got my job, I was in a DEP program for a couple months. DEP program is basically you're at home, working out, studying, doing what you do until the time for you to leave. So the day that you're supposed to ship out to boot camp, you have to go through MEPS again. So this time you still have to go to the hotel because like I said, a lot of people are just coming in. I forgot about my makeup. So yeah, a lot of people are still coming in, so they have to still show up at the hotel, and you go to MEPS again early in the morning, all that same procedure. This time it's another physical exam. They're checking your blood, HIV, urinalysis, all that stuff, because this is the last step before you get over there. If you fail that test, you're not going. Just like last minute, like physical entrance before you get over there. And for this last time, do not drive your car, obviously, because you won't be going back to the hotel to drive your car back. Have someone drop you off or talk to your recruiter to schedule a ride or something. Also, when you get to MEPS that last time, that's where you'll swear in again. I swore in with my recruiter and I also swore in at MEPS. So you'll swear in again and you'll like now fill out more information, more detailed. You'll go to different parts of the building where you've never been before, and that's how you know it's real. And then they gave us like a cab. They gave us our tickets, like our flight tickets and everything. They gave us a voucher for food, like a meal voucher at the hotel. We can like get a free meal or something. Before I leave y'all, I do have a few questions that I searched up that people were asking and stuff like that. So I'm gonna run through it really quickly in case I didn't answer any questions. So one question was asking, what does MEPS check for? They check for like law violations. They check for your marital status, like if you're single, all that stuff. If you got married during your DEP program, all that stuff. If you got married during your DEP program, you should let your recruiter know. If you got pregnant, all that stuff, great. So any change in your paperwork. Also, they check for drug and alcohol abuse. Like I told you, they're gonna double check you on that stuff to see if you're taking drugs, smoking weed, and concealment of physical problems. Like if, you know, like they wanna see for themselves, like if you're shaking. But yeah, if you have any physical problems and it's obvious, they will not let you go. Also said right here, how can they disqualify you from MEPS? How can you be disqualified? What are some ways you can get disqualified? Illegal drug use, like if you failed the drug test, obviously. Not meeting the height and weight requirements, like I said earlier, and having certain contagious diseases. Those are just a few examples. Or, you know, like regular schmegler, if you want to be loud or rude, somebody tell you to stop talking and you want to talk back, girl, you're getting sent home. Straight up, they ain't got time to waste. Can you still quit the Navy after MEPS? Yeah, because after MEPS the first time, you are in the DEP program. And you can definitely say, hey, I don't want to do this anymore to your recruiter. Also, if you already did a medical like exam at MEPS and you got sent back, your medical exam, like you got delayed or something, right? Your medical exam lasts for 2 years. I don't know if they changed it to a shorter time, but it should last for 2 years until you get back. So if you get back and it's after 2 years, you're gonna have to redo the entire like medical physical exam. But if they already did it and you passed and you got delayed for some reason, like you got pregnant or whatever, your medical stuff lasts for 2 years. So if you want to join 3 years later or go through the process again, you're gonna have to redo that whole medical process. So yeah, you can still quit and be like, hey, I don't want to do this anymore after MEPS. However, that second time of MEPS going through, like you got the date to ship out and everything, you're a little bit too late for that boat, honey. Can you bring your phone at MEPS? Yes, you can bring your phone. However, once the processing starts, you cannot have your phone. They're gonna tell you to lock your stuff, like your book bag, all this extra stuff that you don't need, away. You can keep your water bottle out and everything, but they're gonna ask you to pack your stuff away in a locker. Leave your phone there. If they catch you on your phone, you're getting sent back or sent home. They don't like, just listen. It's just one day without your phone, you'll be all right. And you drive there. Yes, you can drive there. The first time, yes. However, when it's time for you to get shipped out, do not drive there, like, obviously. What to bring? Okay, so I put here, you can bring your social security, like I said earlier, your birth certificate, driver's license, your overnight kit, yes ma'am, your overnight bag, and change of clothing, and also your charger. Don't forget your charger. There's people there without their chargers. Bring an overnight bag because when you go to the hotel, you're gonna stay there overnight. You're gonna have to wake up the next morning, shower, get ready. You need a little extra change of underwear, deodorant, you know what I'm saying, your chapstick, toothbrush, toothpaste. I mean, if you don't have toothbrush, toothpaste, I'm pretty sure they can offer that to you. However, just go there with the stuff that you need, you know? It's like small necessities for your hygiene kit and an overnight bag, like a change of t-shirt, a change of bra, a change of underwear, socks. Keep the same jeans, like, you know? Do they cut your hair at MEPS? Especially for the guys, do they cut your hair? No, they don't. They don't alter your hair, nothing like that, until you go to boot camp. For females, no, they do not cut our hairs. I'm doing this like this is my hair. No, they don't cut your hair until you get to boot camp. For the guys, they're gonna ball that entire thing off. So if you got dreads, whatever you want your hair, pink, blue, green, is going when you get to boot camp. Do you start getting paid at MEPS? No, you don't. You're not just gonna get the money in your account at MEPS. They don't even take your bank account information that you already have, if you have any. The day for your ship out date for you to be at boot camp, that's when you're like officially in the military. When you go to boot camp, all that stuff, you're in week 1, week 2, you're supposed to be getting paid every 1st and the 15th of every month, which is really, you know, consistent. When you get to boot camp, they're not gonna start paying you immediately. However, like a month in, like on week 4 of your process at boot camp, Navy Federal Bank and I think USAA or something like that, they're gonna come in and they're gonna take down your information to see what bank do you wanna go with. Then you'll start getting paid. So you're not gonna get paid at that point when the bankers come. They're gonna back pay you from when you actually joined. So that's why when people leave boot camp, they see a lot of money or a good amount of money because you get paid from the 1st and the 15th from when you join. So yeah, as soon as you go to MEPS, you don't just start getting paid immediately. You have to wait. And you ain't gonna see that money until you leave boot camp anyway, boo. So don't even be worried about that. What do they test for? So the physical tests, y'all are gonna be doing some weird stuff, like simple stuff like palm of your hand, do this, or like rotate your arm. I can't really do it the chair, but like rotating your arm backward and forward. What else they had us doing? Like jumps, some weird jumps, just to see that we're capable of doing certain things. They ask us one-on-one questions on mental health, if we're getting abused, if we feel like killing ourselves, if we thought about that. For females, how regular is your periods? Quick tip, I'm not telling you to lie. However, if your period is very, very consistent and lasts for like 4 days, you're kind of good to go. I would never tell you to lie if it's not consistent, if it's irregular, or if it lasts 7, 8 days. If it comes twice a month, I would never tell you to lie at MEPS. Just letting you know, girlies, that if your period is very consistent, it comes every month, it's regular, and it lasts for like 4 days, you're good to go. Just letting you know that. But yeah, just be honest, tell them the truth. Anyways, for my females, your physical exam, they ask you those, you know, deep questions about your period and mental health and stuff like that. It is in a separate room alone with that doctor, so your privacy won't be invaded. The doctor was a guy for me, and he did tell me to get undressed. I'm not usually weirded out if it's a guy doctor. However, I had to get like fully naked. He gave me the chance to like undress and stuff, and then he told me to put a little, you know, the little hospital gowns on, and it had like a split in the back. Cool. And he was testing some stuff, like, you know, he had me lay down and he like pushed onto like certain parts of my stomach, asking if it hurt, hit my joints, all that stuff. And he told me to turn around and bend over so he can like look in my anus. So look forward for that. Just don't be weirded out. Just yeah, just do it and get it over with. If you prefer a female doctor, then ask or something. I don't remember, but I remember my doctor was a guy. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that. You know, the female doctors are very on demand these days, I guess. So if you don't feel comfortable, speak up. Just let them know, hey, I don't feel comfortable with the male doing whatever. But I don't have no issue. I was just trying to get that shit over with. I don't care. I ain't got nothing to hide. However, some people think differently. And I just want to let y'all know that I went through that. Not saying it has to happen to you, but it's to be expected. They do tests for HIV tests. Yes, they do draw your blood. My doctor was really, really nice. I don't know if she still works there. She was like dark skin, short, very petite, and she had locks and the ends were like bleached. She was really, really sweet. My entire Navy career, they can never find my vein here for a blood draw. So she used a butterfly needle. She was asking me, do you like needles? And you know, she was being very gentle and observant, and she showed that she cared. Don't be telling your business to the other people that has nothing to do with your business, you know? Just be careful what you be saying. They're gonna do a drug test. Everyone has to do a drug test. So if you know you smoked or did drugs or whatever you do a week ago or a couple days ago, it's gonna still be in your system. Just don't be doing that stuff, period. They're gonna test for it, and if it pops up in there, you're not going to boot camp. They're sending you back. And for females, like I said earlier, they do a pregnancy test. That's pretty much it for my video. I'm gonna get going because I'm running late. Hopefully I answered all y'all questions. Just comment down below if I missed anything, or if you want to add your own experience that you already went through it. Let me know where you're at in the process, and also let me know what type of videos y'all want to see next, you know? So thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all made it this far, you're a trooper, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye. I need you to